How na day? Hope you are all good. Now we want to start with the bridal cap. That video I sent you yesterday that you were not able to see. This is a bridal cap. You can fit it. This is your crinoline, your accessory, your comb. This is your comb. You can also, this is a small size and I created a larger one. I used my Alice band. Can you see it? This is the petal I created when I was teaching you for mini class. So if you remember this very well, I have joined it to my own crinoline. You can do so yourself. Now let's start the class. I measured 30. Depends on the circumference. That's the circumference of the person you are making for. You are allowed to measure the head. You may not decide not to measure the head. Although Mona no say all heads are not the same. Now I measured 30 because I measured on my head 26. And after measuring, the threads at the edge of your crinoline, pull until you get to the center. As you are pulling, adjust it. This is the first adjustment you are going to make. Now when you finish pulling, you bend, adjust it so that it will look like a cone, a half cone, like that. Adjust it. You have to adjust by yourself before you now tie. Don't mind this crinoline. Crinoline behaves like our head is made from horse hair, so that's why it's like this. So once it's able to bend and it sits on the table like that, then I can now start adjusting the end. Start adjusting the end bit by bit. When you finish adjusting it, you can now tie. Don't cut the thread because that's what you are going to use for part 2. Adjust the thread at the edge and tie properly. Tie well. Good. So you have a curve like this. At the end, the first end, this part here, take your uhu gum, run your gum at the tip of your crinoline to the end, then gently pleat. What you are going to do is the gum will serve as a means of holding the end. You now twist. So when you finish twisting, you see this thread that you did not cut? Use to tie. Tie properly. Tie the one that when the person wears it, as just put it on the head, the crinoline will just open wide. The mouth will just open yagata. So tie properly. When you have finished tying, take your scissors and you cut. Then you tuck it under. Tuck it under. Then you do the same thing to the other side, to your gum, run it, at the tip of your cannoli. Then you pleat like you did the previous one. Then twist. Then tie. Tie properly. Then tuck under. Then tuck under. Okay, let me clean my hand. Because then you tuck under. Now, before you start putting in any accessory, take your needle and thread. Your needle and invisible thread. Tie properly. This is how I tie the end of my invisible thread because it's very slippery. I create a hole. I knot. Take the line inside 3 times and I pull. Now, to put your cap, your comb, it can be in any side, this way. So put it under. I want to put it this way.